We are working our way down through Module 5. We've talked about headers and footers already. We've talked about working with print titles. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about working with the comment feature that Excel has. You have the ability to click on any cell and actually put a comment in. And it's not going to be part of the actual spreadsheet that prints out. It's just going to be a comment that you can see on the screen. I want to go ahead and show you how to set some of those up, and then if you want to print those out, you could do that as well. You can have a comment on any cell that you'd like. All you have to do is select that cell and then insert your comment. Let's say that this is the interest paid and this is month 11 on the loan, and we'd like to make a comment at this particular cell that says to ask the bank about a reduction in the interest rate. All I have to do is right click and you'll see insert comment on the list. Now you'll notice that I can type anything I want in here and it has the name of the person who is logged into the computer. If you don't want that there, you can always just delete it. But I'm going to go ahead and put in here, see about a rate reduction. And I'll say this may change the rest of the interest paid cells. Now if I click away from the comment, you're going to see that the comment disappears, but there's a red indicator in the top right corner of that cell. If I just move the mouse over it, I don't even have to click, you'll see that particular comment appears. When I move away from it, it disappears. If I want to edit that comment, I'm going to select that same cell, right click, and then you'll see it says Edit Comment, and that will take me back in so I can make some changes. The other thing while I'm in here is you'll notice that you've got these squares around the edges. If you need to put your mouse on one of these and make the comment box a little bit bigger, or you need to make it smaller or change the size of it in some way, you can certainly do that just by dragging those different what we call sizing handles. I can also right click on that cell and actually delete the comment if I don't want it anymore. Now let's go ahead and go up to our tabs across the top, and I want to click on the tab that says Review. These are where the comment options are going this way, and there's your edit comment. We've seen how to do that. Here's a way to delete. But let's talk about these two real quick. You have the ability, if you've got multiple comments, to actually just move from one comment to another just by hitting the next or previous buttons. You can also show or hide your comments. And you can see when I click on that, then the comment appears and it stays there instead of moving away when I click away from the cell. I can also show all the comments, so if I have multiple comments, I would just see them all over the page here. A couple things that you're going to want to do. You may want to actually print these comments, and I want to show you how to actually do that. If you go back to the Page Layout tab, and we were talking about the page setup options earlier, notice that if you go right here to this little arrow, that this is going to take us into page setup, and earlier we were in here under the sheet tab. What I want to show you is under that same tab, you have this comments option right here, and it currently says none. If I choose the down arrow, I can choose to put these at the end of the sheet, or my other option was as displayed on sheet. Let me show you what end of sheet looks like. And I'll print preview, and what you're going to see is that if you go down to the last page, you actually have a third page now. See how there's 3 pages? And what it does is on that last page, it tells you the cell number, and then it just shows you what the comment says. Now let me go back, and I'm going to show you the other option. I'm back under the Page Layout tab, Page Setup. I'm going to hit the arrow on the right there, go over to the Sheet tab. This time, instead of at the end of the sheet, I'll say as displayed on sheet, and then print preview that. And now if you go down and look, you'll see wherever the comment happens to be, that's where you're going to see it, and it's going to actually print just like this. Now let me hit the back button and show you one more thing. You'll notice that you can't see the numbers that are underneath this. All you have to do is click in there, and instead of using the sizing handles this time, get just on the border of your object there and just drag it somewhere off to the side, and that way you can see all the numbers that were underneath, and it does have this arrow that points to the cell that that particular comment refers to. That's going to be how your comments work. That's a pretty nice feature that Excel has where you can make comments about individual cells. Let's go ahead now and go over to section 4, and we're going to look at all those different page setup options and get you familiar with them.